Hi everyone. Back in 2014, I ended up making the Stanley Cup for the Timbit minor tykes at a Newmarket. The actual Stanley Cup stands approximately 36 inches, and I'm within half an inch off of this one. Now every year I got to end up repainting it. We take it out to the public skates and everything else like that, and we allow the kids to have some fun with it. And believe it or not, the little ones that can't skate end up grabbing a hold of the bowl and pushing it around. So this past October, Hometown Hockey ended up coming to Newmarket, and I ended up picking up a bunch of autographs, and I had all the alumni, plus I had Tucker and Cujo sign the inside of the bowl, and I'll be sealing that a little bit later on, because as you can see, kids' gloves and fingers ended up rubbing some of it away. But there's probably 14, 15 signatures. Now right here, you can see the blue. That is the Toronto Maple Leafs logo, and it's part of this little bowl right here. And I ended up putting the Maple Leafs logo inside the cup, because I figured any kid who's a Maple Leafs fan or a Habs fan would have to hoist the cup with the Maple Leafs logo buried inside the cup. For the base, I used a sheet of plywood. You can see it. And that added the weight, so when kids were running around and skating with it, it didn't topple over and fall a lot. I have a 12-inch lag bolt that runs through the center down into the top. And how I started off was I started with a traffic cone, and I cut it down to the proper tiers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Then I grabbed a microwave dish, and I had to go to Canadian Tire to buy that, and it required some grinding. And believe it or not, I ended up finding a smaller one at a Walmart. Now this little blue bowl, couldn't find a Leafs one anymore because they were sold out, is something I picked up at the dollar store. And as you can see, I'll end up running a lag bolt through it. But right now, I just want to show you what the rough design looks like. And as you can see, the height is almost identical. So this one here, when I run a caulking bead along the bottom with a sheet of plywood, should raise it up to be exactly 36 inches in height, right down here. What I have used is I've used a glue gun in the past, and this is what's happening with the glue gun. Every year it kind of pulls apart a little bit, and then I've got to sand it all down, grind it back, and start over. So this is day 2, and honestly it only took a couple hours to do everything. And that was basically drill the pre-holes through it, right? Another one there, another one there, and another one there. And I'm using the 12-inch lag bolt because I've got to get it into here or into there. And with a couple washers and a nut on the end of it, it will hold everything down, because this sucker has been through a lot. This bowl has been dinged because kids have fallen a bit. And yeah, they've dropped it. But as you can see, it's 2014, and now we're in 2017, and it has withstood the test of time. All this down here at the bottom is from every kid's little skate hitting it. So about every year I end up sanding it down and just giving it another fresh coat of paint and taking off the chunks and the imperfections. So this is the first stage, and when I get done to it, I'll throw a primer coat on it. And this year I found a nice chrome paint, so I'm going to redo both cups. But I like using a primer silver for the undercoat, and then I can just use the chrome over top, and I don't have to use as much. And the second cup I'm going to donate to Newmarket Minor Hockey. So all the kids from Timbit up until novice, that's what they did last year. They handed out the big cup you see that was finished, and both teams got their photos taken with it. And it was a big hit. Who knows, maybe in 10, 15 years, some lucky kid from Newmarket will actually get the hoist, the real one, and hopefully he's wearing a Leafs jersey, and he might remember the first time he lifted the Newmarket Timbit Stanley Cup. Anyways, this is it, and I'll give you another update later on.